George Weiss was an American film producer with over 20 credits to his name. The bulk of his body of work was made, or rather churned out, in the 1950s and 60s. He's the man that gave Ed Wood his big break by producing Glen or Glenda. In the late 1940s, Weiss's path crossed with Timonthy Farrell, a jobbing B-movie actor of the time who was making money working as a bailiff in LA between gigs. Farrell was a much better actor than George Weiss's normal ensemble, but his career would peak fairly low with a short appearance in Judy Garland's version of A Star Is Born, where he played a bailiff. Farrell and Weiss embarked on a trilogy of movies, in which the former would play a sleazy crime boss, Umberto Scalli. The first film was titled Devil's Sleep. It sees Scalli running an illegal drug ring in the women's health spa, which is basically an excuse for having some tediously long sequences of women working out. The following year, Racket Girl was made, sometimes called Blonde Pickup or Pin Down Girl. The film was about using a female wrestling company as a front to launder money. This is my favourite of the three films. It's the best written and shot, though it does spend a good third of its running time aimlessly gazing at female wrestlers fighting in near silence. The last of the three is Dance Hall Racket, which is only really notable for the fact that it was written and starring the comedian Lenny Bruce, by far the most padded and definitely the cheapest looking of the three. Dance Hall Racket was shot in 4 days. Apparently the production was so cheap that when it came to the final shootout, Lenny Bruce removes his jacket, not because the script calls him to do so, but because he had to wear it for a gig that night and didn't want to get it dirty. Despite running for a little over an hour each, these films are incredibly bloated. The first two being an excuse to ogle athletic women, the last one being an excuse to film a film, I guess. These films have long since lapsed into the public domain, so can be streamed and downloaded legally and from many a service. And if you ever found yourself wondering what the director of Robot Monster would do helming a crime drama, I suggest you seek them out. But I wondered what would happen if I removed the fat. If I edited out the long sequences of aerobics and focused on the crime aspect of the stories. They'd be shorter, but would they be better? Well, if you're also interested, here they are, all 3 films combined into one, for your enjoyment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you George Weiss's Umberto Scalli trilogy.
Come in. Come in.
Mr. Scalli, I'm afraid I don't have the money I promised you today. But if you'll only give me a little more time.
Let's not get all upset, Beverly. I'll give you more time, all the time you need. Do you have a job?
Well, I had one, but I'm going to get another one soon.
Did you get fired?
Yes. They said I was drunk. That's funny, isn't it?
Drunk, huh?
I wish I could get drunk instead of...
These pills you're taking are quite expensive, Beverly. An expense I'm afraid I can't handle myself at the moment.
Please don't cut me off, Mr. Scalli, please. I'll get another job soon. I've been promised.
Wait a minute. There just may be a way to help you out.
Do you think so, Mr. Scalli? I'd do anything to pay you what I owe. I'll take any kind of a job. Washing dishes, doing laundry, anything.
Well, that isn't exactly what I had in mind, but you might be able to do me a favor.
Oh, no, Mr. Scalli. I couldn't do that. I couldn't be a... Oh, no. I've sunk pretty low, but doing that, why, that's... Oh, no.
Oh, come now, Beverly. You're much too pretty a girl to cry. It's really not that bad. It would give you a chance to get back on your feet and a little money to buy, well, whatever you might want. Understand? Whatever you need.
3, 4, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up. Down.
Look at those cows, Tony. Wouldn't that kill you?
You shouldn't kick, boss. Those blimps really line your pockets.
You're right about that. At $10 per treatment, I got no complaints. I still have to laugh, though. Look at them.
Up, right, up, left, up, right.
It's like trained elephants, eh, Tony?
Left.
Lift them up till, run them around till they're ready to drop, and send them on their way. At $10 per copy.
Boss, what about those pills? What are they anyway? Are they good?
Sure, they're good.
Right.
Here,
Up, left.
take a look.
Up.
They're nitrophenol tablets, and they'll burn the lard off these girlies without the exercise, as far as that goes. Little money makers.
Hey, boss, will they hurt any? You know, I was thinking maybe I ought to try a couple. I'm getting a bit of a spare tire here.
Lay off those things, Tony. They'll knock you over like that if you got a bum heart.
Oh, I see. Well, let the dames keep them then.
It's Judge Ballantyne. snooping dame. She'd love to get something on me. Have to put me away for 20 years. I don't want her to get that information, Holmes.
Valentine. Say, Margie Valentine, the girlfriend of this guy I was telling you about, Bob Winter. Why, that's the judge's daughter. They go together.
The judge's daughter? Say, what kind of a mess you trying to get me into? Suppose this Winter kid talks to her and she squeals to her mama. Then what?
Winter won't talk, Mr. Scalli. Besides, if you've got the judge's daughter where you can keep an eye on her.
Hello, everybody. Oh, excuse me, Jerry. I thought you were in here with Bob.
Come in, Margie. Bob will be right out.
Oh, don't get up.
Margie, this is Dave Kerrigan. Dave, this is Margie Valentine, Bob's girl.
How do you do?
Oh, I've heard lots about you from Jerry, Sergeant Kerrigan. I guess you're the best detective since Sherlock Holmes.
Don't pay any attention to Jerry, Margie. She thinks if she can get a job as my press agent, she'll get 10% of my salary.
10%? Better wind up with more than that.
That you, Marge?
In the flesh.
Be right out, chick. I'm trying on my new French bathing suit.
Bob Winters, if you wear that suit, I won't go with you.
Only kidding, babe.
Valentine, Margie Valentine. Say, you're not in a relation to Judge Valentine, are you?
Yes, sir. Daughter, according to the 14th section, Article 192 of the Marital Code.
Well, I just spent a very charming morning with your mother.
Oh? What'd you get, Bob? Life at a chair.
She and Bob are both alike. David's on a new case, Marge. It's all connected with narcotics.
It's about the juvenile problem, Margie.
Oh, yes, Mother's been telling me about that. Well, it's about time.
That's a woman for you, Dave. You never wait less than an hour for them, and they complain about the minute.
It's been 14 minutes and 28 seconds to be exact.
Is that so?
Yes.
Go on, you two. There's your transportation.
See you later, you two.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye.
Bye, Dave. Nice to have met you.
Goodbye. Where do they swim?
One of them.
Oh, Mr. Scalli? This is Hal Holmes. Yeah. A detective. For the love of... The next thing you'll tell me is that his kid cousin is Attorney General of the United States. What kind of a double cross is this? Nothing to worry about. You're beginning to sound like a broken record. Listen to me, Holmes. We've held off as long as we can. I've got to have some more stuff right away. Start lining up some of these kids. The exercises I'm giving these fat dames wouldn't reduce a fever. Besides, I got messages from 3 of the joints. They haven't got any more stuff either. Now, start lining up some of those bobby soxers and line them up fast. And don't tell me I got nothing to worry about.
Say, Ruby, what's this about Mr. America? Is he really going to be working here?
Yeah, the boss hired him a couple of days ago. Boy, with that hunk of man outside, we'll be pulling in more chumps than we can handle.
You're not kidding. I'd walk a couple of blocks for that myself. Uh-huh. He's just gorgeous.
Yeah? Well, listen. If I catch any of you female wolves swooning around that guy, I'll throw you out of here on your beautiful...
Yes, we will. Okay.
He's just another man.
But what a man.
Yeah? Well, listen. You chicks work here, and so help me, you'll work. If any of you decide you'd rather stand around and admire Mr. America, just let me know. And I'll see that Mr. Scalli has some new bait for his chubby customers.
I don't get it, Ruby. How come Mr. America's in on this racket?
He isn't. I'm glad you reminded me. Don't let him know anything about the dinitrophenols. He's a nice, clean, upstanding American boy, and Mr. Scalli wants him kept that way. If he should see you giving one of the girls a pill, just tell him it's vitamins or something.
Holmes, you up yet? You mean your nephew, boss? Nephew? I hope that punk knows what he's doing.
Well, you can ask him. Here he comes now.
Hello, Holmes. Sit down. Talk to you in a minute. Our latest attraction is due to arrive this morning. Be nice to him. You ought to pull in a few more of our fat friends.
Mr. America, huh? You gonna cut him in on the play, boss?
Yeah, not him. He's got ideals.
Hey, ain't that kind of dangerous?
No. What he don't know, don't hurt him. He don't know what it's all about, and see that he stays that way. We'll use him as a sugar coating on the pill. Keep him out front where he belongs.
I bet he ain't so much.
I got muscles right here, boss. I'll make that punk with...
One of these days, Pug, you're going to run into somebody who'll break those fingers of yours.
Okay, maybe you're right, boss. But I bet this ain't the gun. Why, I got muscles. You've got muscles you've never used yet.
All right. Get out on the floor and put your muscles to work. When Eiferman comes in, show him where to dress and then give him a locker. Then send him in here. I want to see what I've bought.
Okay, boss. And, don't worry about your sugarcoating. I'll take real good care of him. Yeah, I'll take care of him real good. What a guy. Smart as a whip, huh, boss?
He's a good boy, Tony. That's what he's told. Keeps his mouth shut. He's right about those muscles, though. He's pretty tough. But he hadn't better hurt Mr. America's hands. I got use for him.
Oh, sure, boss. We got use for him. I mean, you've got use for him.
What's new with the kid?
I think we may be able to do a little business tonight, Mr. Scalli. I'm planning a little party for one of the girls. It's her birthday or something. All the kids will be there. I'll need a few goofies to pass out, and then I think we can start moving.
These things are important, Holmes. Be careful. Don't go too fast. We can't afford any slip-ups. Is Kid Winter's going to be there tonight?
Oh, yeah. He and his girlfriend and a couple...
His girlfriend? You mean Valentine's kid?
Yeah, that's right. Mark.
What's eating you?
I was just thinking, boss, what Judge Valentine would say if she knew her daughter was playing around in your backyard.
You know, that may be funnier than you think tonight. I wonder what the judge would say.
Gee, boss, I didn't think it was that funny.
Oh, it is, Tony, it is. You know, I was just entertaining a most satisfying thought. Yes, sir, very satisfying.
What's that, Mr. Scalli?
That Valentine has been after something on me for months, hasn't she?
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yes, indeed. Tell me, how you come along with your photography, Tony? Still got your camera?
Me, boss? Oh, sure, I got 7 of them. I got a graphic, a Leica, a Contax, a Mercury, a...
Help the judge along. Yes, sir. I think we're going to see that Judge Rosalind Valentine gets the evidence she's been looking for.
Better go carry his bags. He's waiting for somebody to roll out the red carpet.
I'll roll him out. What do you want, you punk?
I believe I'm supposed to work here.
Are you Mr. America?
So they say. Call me George, though, huh? George Ackerman.
Sure, George. Call me Pug. Put it here. Strong man, huh?
So they say. What's your opinion, Pug?
Yeah. Sure, George. You're all right. Put it here. I mean, what do you got in the bags?
Oh, just some stuff I used to keep in shape with.
I'll help you with one of them.
That'd be fine. Try this one. Take this one here and we'll get to work.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Not too high.
Spin her around.
Oh, there's Reggie.
Okay. Here we go. One to go. Yeah, Tony? Kid's just got here. Yeah, she's all set, loaded, and ready to go. Okay, goodbye.
Come on. Give me a towel or something.
You gotta come out like you are. You gotta come out like you are.
Fellas, please, give me a towel or something.
You gotta come out like you are. You gotta come out like you are.
Please, please.
Oh, come on, fellas. Give her a towel or something.
Nothing doing.
Wait a minute, gang, wait a minute. I'll tell you what. I'll go turn out the lights. Then Marge can come out and still be a good sport.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, all right, but all the lights have to be out. Okay.
There's a limit to fun, Mister. That wasn't fun. Take it easy. Take it easy. Come on.
Oh, I didn't take no picture. I just shut off a bulb, see? Just for laughs. Oh, I wouldn't take no picture of your girl. Gee, you got me all wrong, kid.
You may think it's funny, but I don't. How do I know you didn't take a picture of Marge?
Oh, I wouldn't kid you. I wouldn't do a trick like that to house friends. Gee, I like you kids. Look, I'll give you the film out of the camera. Gee, I really like you kids. Here, take the film.
Oh, I still think it was a bum gag.
Oh, Tony's a good guy, Bob.
Yeah.
Come on, take it easy here. He didn't mean any harm.
Sure.
Come on,
Okay.
get a drink. Come on.
Just a minute, you. Are you home?
Why, yes, I am. I don't believe we've met, though. But if you're a friend of Bob's, well, you're very welcome. Won't you join our party?
I don't think so, Holmes. I think I'd much rather have you join mine. You're under arrest. I'm holding you on suspicion.
Suspicion of what?
Contributing to the delinquency of minors. How's that for a start?
Delinquency? Why, there must be some mistake. This is a private residence. We're having a private little party.
Private residence, huh? Whose?
My uncle, Mr. Stevens, but he's away on business.
Stevens, huh? Wouldn't be Scalli, would it, Holmes? Umberto Scalli?
Bob, you take Margie home. Come on, Holmes.
Hello, Scalli there? Let me talk to him. Hello, boss? Yeah, the cops busted up the party. They got Holmes.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They got nothing on Holmes. It is as long as he keeps his mouth shut. I had a feeling something like this would happen. Yeah, don't worry about her. I got a little surprise for her. I'm here to see you on business, Judge Valentine. Alone.
Listen, you.
Inspector, I'll see Mr. Scalli alone.
I'll be just outside if you want me.
Well, we're alone.
Judge Valentine, you know, I've got to hand it to you. You've done very well in the 5 years since we last met. Yes, sir, I've got to hand it to you.
I thought you said you were here on business.
Last night, the police arrested a friend of mine.
I was under the impression that he was your nephew.
Hal Holmes is not my nephew.
Well, you admit you own the house and that you're Mr. Stevens.
The house is mine, but, I'm afraid I've never heard of this Mr. Stevens. I understand that your daughter attended a little party at my house last night. Sorry I wasn't there to meet her.
Mr. Scalli, you're going a little too far.
I'm in a position to go as far as I like. Evidence is what you've been looking for, isn't it? Okay. Here's your evidence. Exhibit A. Use it. You're a smart girl. Come on over. I have a little present for you. Okay. Come in.
Hey, there's a kid out here by the name of Winters. He said he wants to see you.
Winter. It's a Valentine kid's boyfriend. Wonder what he wants.
Oh. Well, I tell him.
Ask Winter to come in, Pug. I'll talk to him.
Okay. Say, come on in, kid.
Thanks.
Come in, Mr. Winter. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Now then, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm a friend of Hal Holmes.
Hal Holmes. Hal Holmes. I don't believe I know the name.
He told me to ask for Mr. Simmons and mention Fred Smith.
I see. Just what did this Mr. Holmes have in mind when he sent you to see me?
He said I'd get a job.
What sort of a job?
Well, he said that with the contacts I have, I'd make a good field man for you. Kind of a traveling salesman.
I suppose he told you what he's selling?
Yeah, sure. I know all about the goofies.
You're a smart boy, Mr. Winter. seem to know quite a few things. I've heard about your contacts, too. I imagine they would be very useful.
That's what I thought.
I imagine the judge would love to know all about my business. And your sister's boyfriend, the detective. He'd like to know, too, would he? Come on, Winter. Who put you up to this?
Oh, lay off, will you? What do I care what some judge or a flatfoot want to know? What do I care? Al just said I could make some dough, that's all. You got somebody else with a job that knows all the kids? Go ahead. I can take a hint.
Now, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Sit down. Okay, I'll give you a try. You may be taking on more than you bargained for. Al's job wasn't easy. But you'll be able to pick up a few extra bucks here and there.
Swell. Thanks, Mr. Scalli.
Sorry I had to push you around, but now you understand. You can't be too careful.
Sure, that's okay, boss.
Okay, Winter. Come back this evening and meet the rest of the boys.
Okay, boss. See you later.
He puts on a very convincing act. I want to know what his angle is. Don't let him out of your sight, Pug.
I'll stick to him like we were Siamese twins.
Mother. Calling all cars, calling all cars.
Hello, Miss Valentine.
Hello, Sergeant Olson. Where's my mother?
She must have called about a half hour ago, Margie. Is there anything I can do?
Oh, no, I was just looking for some stuff.
Hello? Hello, Margie. Anything wrong?
That's all right. See you later.
All right, Margie. Goodbye.
All right, ladies, spread out a little and spread your elbows. We'll have more room to work with. That's it. Get comfortable. All right, we'll start our exercises today. Say there, miss. Come on in here. Get your gym clothes on and we can start working.
Oh, but I...
Come on now. You're holding up the class. I'm going to show you ladies an exercise that'll streamline your hip. And as soon as this young lady gets in line here, we'll start with our exercise. Our first exercise is the toe-touching exercise. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1. Mrs. Goldberg, bend over. 1, 2. That's fine. Miss Tessie.
Yes?
That's your first name or your last name?
What difference does it make? Take your choice.
Okay. Miss Riley.
Yes.
Mrs. Cross.
Yes.
Miss Anderson.
Yes.
Miss Goldberg.
Yes.
Let's see. I don't believe I have your name, Miss.
I was trying to tell you I wasn't part of the class. I'm looking for a job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. I guess you're not here to reduce, are you?
No, I'm not. I want to speak to Mrs. Scalli.
So, Miss Summers, you want to be a physical instructor, say?
Oh, very much. I love to work in gymnasium.
Well, you certainly came prepared. You're a very beautiful girl.
Thank you, sir. I know I just love to work here. For you.
My pleasure, I assure you, Miss Summers. I think we'll be able to find a place for you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Scalli.
Karen. You, just fill out this form. Name, address, whatever other information it asks for. Pardon me a second. Be right back. Sister, huh?
Yeah, it's a shame. She looks like a nice girl, too.
She'll Be a nice girl when I'm through with her. Let's take care of Miss Winter before her clever little brother arrives. He's liable to bring cops, and that means trouble. But, of course, if Miss Winter can't be found, they can't prove she was there, can they?
Say, that's right.
Well, Miss Summers, find what you were looking for?
Oh, I was just looking for an eraser.
Did you find an eraser?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I made such a mess of everything. I didn't mean to. I'll clean it all up.
Oh, I wouldn't think of having you do that. If you didn't find an eraser, what did you find, Miss Summers?
Nothing. I didn't find anything.
Oh, come now. You must have found something. I leave so many things lying around. Some pictures, perhaps, taken here and there. Or a negative. Yes, a negative. Isn't that what you were looking for? What spy? What? Eiferman, you! Let go of me. No!
Guess that cleans up everything, Dave. Shut up. Hey, hello, your mouthpiece.
I'm glad you don't have it.
Better be on their way. Hey, what I talk? Well, I guess we better take a little trip downtown. All right, boys, on your feet. Go on, that's what's going on. On your way.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now for a little intermission. I have a little announcement to make. The Seamen's Dance will be held next Friday night, and all merchant seamen with papers will be able to buy their tickets at half price. Mr. Scalli wants you should enjoy yourselves and bring all the friends you have. That's all. Now go get a drink. The bar needs the money.
What are you turning so fast for? You know I read slow. There's nothing to read, stupid. They're just pictures. Go ahead. I'm going. Hey, boss, there's a guy out here to see you. I said there's a guy out here to see you.
Not a guy, Ice Pick. A gentleman. Show him in.
I'm in. I got some beauties for you this time, Mr. Scalli.
Yeah? Where are they?
Where else? The hearing aids. You'd never get past the customs. That's the first place they frisk. I had him glued underneath the dog's ear. Hey, that's pretty shrewd. That's what they call a man's best friend. Hey, right under the ear, huh?
Hey, these are exquisite. With good dough. Pay him, Vincent.
Here you go. Hey, wait a minute. This is only $5 grand. Oh. You want it? You don't want it. I want it. That's better. They're pretty sharp, huh?
Rose,
Somebody call me?
see that gentleman that just left here? He's crazy about you.
I don't even know the guy.
You're lucky. You will. I want you to have a drink with him to see that he has a drink. A real good drink.
Want a drink?
Oh, I'd love one, but can I sit down first?
Sure. What do you have? Bartender. 11 years in the can. Victor Pappas, public enemy number 3, 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary after serving 11 years of a 10-to-life sentence. To this day, the $250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials doubt the gold can be recovered, pointing out that should the gold be found by Pappas, the insurance company would have the first claim. $250,000 in gold, and this guy used to be a partner. Hey, I'd sure like to meet this guy.
You'll have your chance, Vincent. Giving a little party for him tomorrow night.
A party? Oh, you talked to him already. Pretty shrewd.
That's right, Vincent. Say, isn't it about time you made your rounds?
Yeah, I almost forgot. You know, for a while there, I thought you were different from the rest of these crumbs. But you're not. You're all the same. What's up, boss? Go get Scalli.
3 smart cookies.
What's the matter with you? Why do you think I sent Rose to give the guy a Mickey? I didn't want him killed. Look, a thing like this gets out, I buy the guy's stuff, then have him knocked off. First thing you know, nobody wants to sell me anything anymore. Which reminds me, where's the $5 grand? Nobody saw him, boss. You say nobody saw you. Are you sure?
I guess nobody saw him, boss.
I was right there and I didn't see him. Okay.
What's that temper of yours?
Okay, boss. Well, this is it.
What are we coming in here for?
We're gonna meet King Tut. What are you, stupid or something? Look, you're a little mixed up. Maybe 20, 30 girls a day come here for jobs. You know, we get jobs, girls, big class model agencies. You're lucky I'm interviewing you. Let me see your legs. Come on, let me see some legs. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. Take your dress off. I'm gonna get something real sharp. What are you, stupid or something? Do you think you're gonna wear this out there? These guys, they come in, they're spending money to dance with a sharp-looking chick. Take your dress off. Find you something real nice here. And when Punchy sees this, the whole salary goes. Yeah, we'll find some of this. Hey, here's some. Yeah, this is beautiful. This will get lots of tickets. Here. Put it on. What would you do, come from the farm? Whoever told you wear a strapless dress with a brassiere? Take it off. You see these girls here? These girls start out here maybe $50, $60 a week. Today, maybe making $500, $700. You play... Wait a minute, there's Mrs. Scalli. Look, and don't forget, I treated you nice, right? Was I fresh with you? See? Okay, get dressed. I'll be in a minute.
Hello, Victor. How are you? Welcome back to the old place. Here, sit down. Join the festivities.
Say, why doesn't Papa say something?
Well, he knows where there's $250,000 in gold hidden. And all the cons are trying to get it out of him. He wouldn't talk. So they cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue?
Yeah. Some of those cons got a funny idea of what's right and what's wrong.
I understand this guy can't talk.
Yeah.
Somebody cut his tongue out.
Yeah.
But he can still use his hands.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you at the rest with the party?
I figured you and me could have a little party, Mr. Scalli.
What do you mean, Vincent?
You know, the nice little party, Pappas and Rose, the thing you fixed up there.
Don't do anything you'd be sorry for, Vinny.
Sorry? Why should I be sorry bumping you off? I'd have Rose in this crummy place.
You can have Rose. It was only a gag, anyhow.
Oh, that was a funny gag. I'm hysterical, Mr. Scalli.
Vinny, you know, you can't get the dough from Pappas unless he tells you where it is.
What are you worrying about, Mr. Scalli? You don't think I'd kill you, do you? Hey, look, Rose, you know I can live with you without you.
Joy to be all alone. I'm happy alone, don't you see? I've convinced you. I don't know, I get so dramatic about it. You're better off alone, man. That's it, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of new suits. You know, I've had the same dumb suit for 10 years. You walk in her closet, you can't even breathe. That's it, I'll get a whole bunch of suits. I'll get a chick that likes to hang out, man. I'll have the vodka parties. That's modern. Vodka parties, swing it up, ball it up. I'll get a chick who likes to drink. Boy, my wife sure used to look good standing up against the sink. She's the lowest, though. I really put her down. No, I really miss her. I don't want some sharp chick that can quote Kerouac and walk with poise. I just want to hear my old lady say, get up and fix the sink. It's still making noise. All alone, all alone. Like a near-sighted dog wears the bone. Ah, but it's better to be all alone. No more taking out the garbage, hear her yakking on the phone. I gave her everything, even my mother's ring. But to me she was so petty. Sometimes I wish that she were dead. but it'll probably take her 2 hours to get ready. When she's old, then she's going to be sorry. That's it. Like, she's young and swinging now, and she can get a lot of guys, but when she's old, I can see her about 20 years from now. How you doing, Annie? I haven't seen you in a long time. You look pretty good, baby. You're still washing your hair with Dutch cleanser, I see. Yeah, you look good. You gained a few pounds. What happened to your neck? I heard you got married a few times, huh? Me, no, I've always stayed single. I've been investing in property. I picked up a little place in Mexico. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Acapulco. I don't know. Where are you living? A furnished room? That's nice. You cook on the radiator, the paper drapes. Sit in the lobby and watch television and all, you know. That's cool, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You have the Diners Club. You're sorry for you go first class in those joints. I know that. Yeah, that's it. Her future spells a murky gloom. I'll be rich and famous, and she'll be living in a furnished room, but it's going to be too late. I won't hear a moan. I'll be living in my Nob Hill mansion, rich and all alone. All alone. All alone. I'll be rich, but so all alone.
Welcome, Peaches. Go down.
Thank you.
I'm certainly happy I was able to purchase your contract from Herman, and that you have no objections to the deal.
Why should I? I hope to be a champ, with your help.
I'll do all I can. I promise you that.
You're very kind, Mr. Scalli.
We'll do all we can to make you happy. We'll see that all your needs are taken care of.
Thank you, Mr. Scalli. I'm very grateful for your kindness and help, Mr. Scalli.
And now let me tell you about plans for you. Ruby, I want you to meet Miss Page.
How do you do?
Hello.
Visiting our gym?
No, I've purchased Miss Page's contract. She's now a member of our gym.
Well, I'm delighted to hear that.
You have a nice place here.
Oh, we're all just members of one big happy family. So the saying goes.
I have a suggestion, Miss Page. Why don't you change to gym togs and spend a few minutes getting acquainted with our gym?
But, Mr. Scalli, I have no gym togs with me.
I'm sure Ruby can help.
Why, yes. I'm sure we can borrow something out of the locker room. I'll be glad to help.
Why don't you, Peaches? I mean Miss Page.
Okay, if you say so, Scalli.
Follow me, Peaches. Let me see. Yes, we can use these trunks and this bra, and you're all set.
If I'd known that they wanted me to work out on the mat, I would have brought my own gym togs along.
Oh, don't worry. Somebody's always leaving something around this dressing room, and it won't hurt to borrow it.
We've been waiting to see you, Scalli.
So I understand. Going up anyway.
You guessed it right.
What's on your chest?
Mr. Big's got an idea. You've been bucketing a lot of dough. Yeah, you're sure not kicking in.
Bucketed nothing. You got the wrong information.
We got a way of finding things out, see? Your boy Jimmy ratted.
Jimmy ratted? Why, that...
Jimmy's working for Mr. Big now. Sort of personal. You can't touch him.
Okay. Mr. Big figure he's got coming?
35 grand. And he wants it now. Mr. Big ain't a patient man, Scalli.
Well, I haven't got that much right now. Things have been rough.
Yeah. My heart bleeds for you, Scalli. When?
Give me 30 days or so.
Is he kidding? We gotta have some security. Never mind. It's a lot of time. I'll speak to Mr. Big and see how he feels about it. It's kind of nice to be alive, isn't it, Scalli? We'll be seeing you. This is Monk, Scalli's confidential bookkeeper.
Well, well. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Come closer. I want to take a good look at you. Yeah, you look smart and just right.
Lucky and I have known Monk for a long time. He's okay, Chief. He and I did time together up the river.
Good enough. Good enough. Can use a good man like you now. Well, Monk, you're in my pay now. But you still work for Scalli, too.
Glad to be of service.
Easy job. Just keep an eye on Scalli. I want you to report to me every move he makes, especially the amount of money he buckets. He does it regularly, doesn't he?
Well, I'm his confidential bookkeeper.
Don't be afraid. Speak up. You're amongst friends.
Yes. He does bucket bets. Almost daily. He keeps the money in his office safe.
That's enough. We'll just nurse Scalli along for the present. Just keep your mouth good and tight.
Don't worry about me, boss. I know my business.
Okay.
Hello, Jackie. Where you going?
Home, of course. Where do you think?
Just a minute.
We'll make it fast. I'd like to get home.
I know something about you.
Do tell. I'd love to hear.
I hate to say this, but you haven't been turning in all the bets you collect.
You think you know, don't you?
Yes, I do. 6 months ago, when you first started to work with us, you turned in more bets than you do now.
Well, times have changed.
I'll say they have. You lived in a cheap hotel room. Now you have a nice apartment. I can add things up. I'm a bookkeeper, remember?
You're nothing but a snake.
Of course, I could keep my mouth shut.
For a price?
Yeah. Half the bet you bucket. You got any money?
What is it now?
I got a choice bit of information for you. Nothing extra special, but I thought you might be interested.
It better be good.
Well, you know Jackie, the girl bookie that works for us?
I'm listening.
I thought you might like to know that her hands are like flypaper.
You mean she's holding out on us?
She buckets better than half the bets.
How do you know?
Oh, that's easy. I can show you by the books. Look here. When she first started to work for us 6 months ago, she turned in twice the number of bets she does today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That you're bucketing most of the bets you collect? You're nothing but a cheap chiseler.
You can't talk to me that way.
You needn't deny anything. Monk has clearly shown me every detail.
Monk?
It surprises you?
You mean you believe him?
Yeah.
He's nothing but a sewer rat.
You forget, Monk is working for me and has been for a long time. He's been checking on you and shadowing you for the past few weeks.
I may be a sucker, but I can see you and Monk are made of the same filth.
Best thing for you is to get out of town and get out fast. If I catch you hanging around again, I'll have you beaten up. Now get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the feature bout of the evening. In this corner, weighing 108 pounds, the Leopard Lady. And at 110 pounds, the famous Panther Woman.
Big just asked me to drop in to give you his regards. He's real interested in you.
Quit kidding.
You must know what he means business. He wants that money. His patience is running out. Swell-looking bunch of dames you got out there. Even Mr. Big says it's a smart cover-up you got, letting a clean sport like lady wrestling front for you.
Why don't you dry up?
Are you Umberto Scalli?
That's what everybody calls me.
Well, then this is for you, Mr. Scalli.
How did he get in here?
Don't get excited. The same way the girls did, through the front entrance. What is it, boss?
Subpoena to appear before the Crime Investigating Committee.
That's nice.
You wouldn't do any singing, would you?
I could, of course, but I don't think I will. That is, if Mr. Big will cooperate, let us say, in this little matter between us.
You've got a point there. I'll speak to him about it. But remember, Mr. Big's first love is money.
I want you to understand that this is to be a very private conversation. Anything we say will not go beyond these four walls.
I understand.
I was wondering if you'd be interested in a little piece of business. Strictly business, you understand.
That depends on the business.
Well, I'll be frank with you. How'd you like to throw your bout to Rita Martinez? I could make it very interesting. Say $1,000.
Why, Mr. Scalli, I'm surprised to hear you talk that way. I really don't know how to take it.
As I say, it's business.
I'm sorry, Mr. Scalli, I'm not interested. Wrestling is one of the few remaining clean sports. And we who make our living at it intend to keep it that way. I'm not interested in that kind of money. Not even for $1, $2, $5, or $10,000.
Well, I didn't mean to offend you.
Scum like you that not only ruin the sport, but the athletes and public as well. Good day. I've been looking for you.
What is it, Claire?
Get your things out of your locker. You're leaving Scully's gym at once. This place is a hot box.
What about my contract?
I know what I tell Mr. Scully to do with it, and I'm going to do all I can to run him out of this profession.
You don't seem to like Scalli.
I hope he dies with a fishbone in his throat. Come on, let's go.
Connie says Scalli's to take the stand in a few minutes.
Just one wrong word from Scalli and he won't live to say another one.
I know a quick dry and cement we can pack him in.
Did I ask you anything?
But, Chief, I just want to help.
I'll call for you when I need you. Now shut up, all of you, so I can hear the investigation over the radio.
First, I would remind you, Mr. Scalli, that you're under oath. Any deviation from the truth will constitute perjury. Now, what is your business?
I'm a promoter of women wrestlers.
You make a lot of money at that business, don't you?
I have my income tax records to show.
You're not answering the question. You do make a lot of money in that business, don't you?
Depends on what you mean by a lot.
Is the women wrestling business your only source of income, Mr. Scalli?
Yes. Women wrestling business is my only source of income. It's a clean sport. That's why there's no big money in it.
How about horse racing, Mr. Scalli?
It's out of my line.
You mean to tell this committee that you never bet on horse races?
I'm a wrestling promoter. I'm not interested in horses.
Do you know any bookmakers, Mr. Scalli?
I know a lot of people. I don't ask a man his business.
7 years ago, you were arrested in New York for making book. Do you deny that, Mr. Scalli?
It's a frame-up. I never made book in my life.
Oh, yes, you have. And before this committee is through with you, we're going to prove it.
You haven't anything on me.
That's what you'd like to think, isn't it, Scalli? Before we're through with this investigation, we're going to know all about you. And about a man who's known as Mr. Big.
Scalli sent me down to the bank twice today, and I've drawn out large sums of money. He's got it all in the office safe.
Go on. Go on. What else?
Well, he asked me 3 times what I was doing tonight. It looks as if he doesn't want me or anyone else in the place.
You mean there's no one at the gym tonight?
I'm pretty sure.
That isn't enough. Call up and check.
Hello.
Hello, Ruby. This is Monk.
What do you want?
Any of the boys around?
No, everyone's gone home but me, and I'm leaving in about 5 minutes.
That was Ruby. She's leaving in 5 minutes. There isn't a soul in the place.
How do we get in?
Let me go ahead. I'll open the back door for you. I'll even wait until you arrive.
All right, boys. Give Monk a 20-minute start and go to Scalli's office and hijack that safe. I want my 35 grand, and I want it now.
What are you doing here this hour of the night? Expecting someone?
No, boss. I was just leaving.
Well, get out of here.
Andy, like I told you?
Yes, boss. I parked in a clear spot so that we can get out in a hurry.
Come on, let's hurry up a little faster.
All right. Hey, somebody just came in. They must have left the back door alarm.
Get out of here in a hurry.
All right, give it to me.